may seem a little startling. A growing number of U.S. companies are doing something very simple that affects the rate of taxes they pay. They are declaring to the IRS that they are no longer just an ordinary corporation, but a special real estate investment trust, or REIT. Poof! In doing that, their federal taxes are greatly reduced, even eliminated. Robert O'Brien, he runs the real estate practice at the accounting and professional services firm Deloitte. So what kind of companies are doing this?
Well, typically companies that have a lot of real estate assets.
I looked at a list. There's a lot of casinos, prisons.
Prisons, billboard companies, data centers, document storage facilities, those types of companies.
Robert, it looks like they're trying to do an end run around paying taxes, but you say there are real legitimate reasons to declare yourself a REIT.
You know, one of the reasons these companies are really interested in it today, and we've seen a real uptick today, is around cost of capital. There are a lot of investors out there seeking yield and looking for less correlation with the broader stock market. And REIT stocks have been very popular with investors over the past couple of years.
Well, if more and more companies do this, you know that there's going to be a talk of maybe changing the tax code. Are those mutterings already beginning?
Well, certainly there's broader discussion around changing the tax code, right? And so with those broader discussions around the tax code, there's always going to be a discussion around the REIT exemption.
Yeah. How about traditional REITs? Are they concerned if that discussion starts really heating up and potentially lose their tax advantage status?
Well, you know, some traditional REITs were non-traditional REITs 10 or 15 years ago. Healthcare REITs are a great example of that. But yes, they are concerned, right? They don't want to see anything too esoteric or, you know, out of the woods happen that might impact the broader REIT industry.
And it's not really as simple as maybe I stated it at the begining. There's a whole procedure. There's a lot to do to change your declaration.
There is a lot to do because you have to qualify as a REIT. And that means you've got to have 75% of your assets, simply put, need to be real estate, right? 75% of your income needs to be generated from real estate assets. There are strict tests to comply with the REIT, you know, both up front and then ongoing.
And REITs have been around a good number of decades.
50 years.
Yeah. A new application. Maybe we will be hearing more about this. Robert O'Brien from Deloitte, thanks so much.
Thank you, Bill.